Hey everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula. In today's video, I'm going to share a little bit of my Christmas decor with you in my house, some areas of traditional red and green decorating as I get ready for school. I'm also going to show you what I've been working on in terms of some baking projects, and I have a special surprise for you at the end. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, let's get started. Early morning as I get ready for school, and every morning the dogs wait for me on the back of the couch. They kind of hang out there as I do my thing, and they know that when I head over to pour my coffee that it's time for them to have their breakfast. But in the meantime, it's super cozy here by the fire. I've got the tree lit, the fire going, and usually one or more of the dogs is snoozing away. It's a very comforting sound. I've started my Christmas wrapping, and I have a lot. I am the wrapper for the family, so there's lots to be done, but I've got a few things under my tree next to Santa and his sleigh. These are Anna Lee dolls that we got several years ago, and that's a little baby sled that I got at our local antique store. I love to put those out right next to the tree. My Christmas decor does not change much from year to year. I think, as I said before, it's very comforting to the kids, and it feels like home and Christmas when things are the same year after year. I do change a few things up. Maybe I'll get something new or try a new twist on something, but by and large, a lot of the way that I decorate stays the same from year to year. One thing that's new this year is that I put a rosemary topiary in my champagne bucket. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this to live through the winter and plant it outside come spring. So cross your fingers for me. I haven't always had the best luck with indoor rosemary, but we'll give it a try this year. One new thing that I bought this year is this Swedish angel chimes. I love this. My mother had one when I was a little girl, and I used to love to watch it spin around. The candles underneath it make it spin. I think the heat from the candles somehow cause it to spin. And the angels have a little chime hanging from them, and it hits the bell as they spin around and makes a very, very faint tinkling noise. I love it. And you can see there in the back right-hand corner, I have my little teapots that my sister Kathleen sent me for Christmas. Here's a look at my Christmas table centerpiece that I made in my last video, our Christmas tablescape video. It's lit up now because it is dark out, and I think it looks so cozy. It's a little snowy village scene made underneath a cake dome with my David Winter English cottages. All right, here's my coffee area. So at some point, you'll probably hear the dogs scrambling around or moving around, but I keep this area simple. I simply stick with the red and green theme, and everything in this area, aside from the coffee pot, has been thrifted or gifted. Here are my 12 Days of Christmas mugs that I recently thrifted. I love how colorful they are. It's always special to drink out of a fun holiday-themed mug in the morning. It makes getting off for work just that much more fun. There are the dogs in their Christmas sweaters. They know that I've poured my cup of coffee, so they're standing in front of the pantry and the treat jar, waiting for me to feed them their breakfast. Before I do that though, I'll give you a quick look at what my kitchen looks like. I always have a themed apron hanging on my pantry door. This beautiful red one with the red poinsettia on it was given to me by the secretary at the school where I work. She was my secret Santa one year, and this was my gift, and I love it. We do a lot of cooking and baking at the holidays, so I don't like to have too much on my countertops because we do use this kitchen a lot. So I have my cookie cutters in clear jars, along with a couple of Christmas cookbooks, my Susan Branch, which I love, and my Gooseberry Patch Christmas cookbook. And then I just have some Christmas mugs with a little sprig of greenery in them, and of course, my Nora Fleming gingerbread charm. Over in the other corner of the kitchen, I have a baking pan with gingerbread men on it. Gingerbread men just belong in the kitchen, I think. And I also have a salt and pepper shaker by Nora Fleming that has another little charm in them. And this one is an upside down elf. It's just his feet sticking out. I love these Nora Fleming charms. They're such a fun way to bring just a little bit of holiday cheer to your kitchen or your dining room without really adding anything else. And here's one last overview of the far side of my kitchen. That copper tea kettle is one that I thrifted. It was on my thrift bucket list for a long time, and I got it for some crazy price, like $4 or less even, at the thrift store. I could not believe it when I saw it. And as I leave you with one last look at my beautiful Christmas apron, that brings me to my Christmas holiday baking projects. So let me tell you a little bit about what I'm doing for my Christmas baking this year. So my friend Diane, who's the school nurse at the school where I work, raises chickens, and she will periodically bring me in some fresh chicken eggs, which I am so thankful for. And so today she brought me in a whole bag, which I've put in this bowl, of fresh eggs. Now, she said they've been sitting on her counter for probably about a week. And if you have harvested fresh chicken eggs and you have not washed them, they can sit out unrefrigerated for quite some time. But she said, you want to try the water test just to make sure that these are fresh and that you can discard any that might be of questionable freshness. So what I'm going to do is show you what the water test is. So let me set these down and I will spin you around. Okay, so what the water test is you're going to take your egg and you're going to drop your egg into a bowl of water. And if the egg sinks to the bottom, then it is fresh. And if it either floats or slowly sinks and then kind of rises up a little bit, then it's questionable and it's probably best just to get rid of it. So I'm going to test my eggs to see if they are still fresh, and then I will put my eggs in the refrigerator and use them for my holiday baking. All right, so let's go ahead and test these eggs. That one went right down, so that one is fresh. Okay, so they were all nice and fresh, and I'm going to put these eggs in the refrigerator.
while I look through some of my favorite cookbooks for some fun cookie recipes to make for my holiday baking. Won't you join me? Well, I'm sitting here and I think I'm going to go through some of my favorite books for Christmas baking inspiration. I've got my Gooseberry Patch Christmas cookbook. I have my Christmas from the Heart of the Home by Susan Branch. I have, let's see, what's this? Oh, my Martha Stewart Christmas book. I have two of those. This one is a paperback, and this is a hardback book. These are both oldies but goodies. And then finally, I have my Betty Crocker's Christmas Cookie Book. All of these books I purchased secondhand. Most of them were thrifted. The two Martha Stewarts and the Gooseberry Patch I got at Goodwill, and the Susan Branch cookbook, Christmas book, I ordered from a secondhand bookshop online. The only one that I actually purchased new was this Betty Crocker's cookie book. Now, I got this probably, I don't even know, almost 30 years ago now. And if you look at that, this was, oops, sorry about that. Let me pull that up there. This was from a place called Building 19 in Natick, Massachusetts. So any of our viewers who are from the Natick, Massachusetts area or the Wellesley, Massachusetts area may remember Building 19. It was kind of like a salvage place where they got odd lots of things that were, hadn't sold or were overproduced. And I got this cookie book, as I said, probably 30 years ago. And I love it. I use it. It's well loved, as you can see. I use it all the time. So I'm going to just thumb through these books with you, and maybe we can find some cookie recipes for our holiday baking.
After looking through my cookbooks, what I've decided to make for my teacher friends are snickerdoodles. They are a classic Christmas cookie with their cinnamon sugar topping, and everybody loves a snickerdoodle. So that's what I'm going to make for my Christmas baking. And here's a look at the snickerdoodles all packaged up for my friends at school. I had these little boxes that I got off of Amazon years ago, and I put, 4 or 5 cookies in each box, and I will hand these out when I get to school, and it's just a nice little love gesture for Christmas for my friends at school. And speaking of school, I'm going to take you along with me to school and show you what the teachers have done to create a magical Christmas wonderland for our students. The first stop is my office, where it is set up for Operation Christmas. Every year I get donations from teachers of gently used items. I set my room up like a store, and students who are economically disadvantaged can come in and shop for a loved one. I'll wrap up the gifts, put a bow on it, and they can take it home and put it under the tree for their parents or grandparents. Every year also, the teachers do an unbelievable job of decorating the hallways in my school. Every hallway has its own theme. The hallway that I'm on, the theme was Polar Express. So I'm going to show you just some footage of the unbelievable job that these teachers have done for our students. The school where I work is a very high poverty school. I think 80% of our kids live below the poverty line. And we like to make it magical for them because not all of them are going home to the most beautiful homes or the most wonderful Christmases. So we feel like if we can give them just a little bit of Christmas joy while they're with us, it might sustain them through the vacation until they come back to school, which is often a very safe space for them. All of these hallway displays were put together by the teachers on their own time after school, and they are stunning. In fact, the other day I saw the kindergarten teachers bringing their classes down all of the hallways to see all the different themes, and the kids were so excited. As I said, my hallway is the Polar Express. There was Whoville for another theme. We had Candy Cane Lane. Absolutely magical.
So I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the tour of our school, set to a little bit of music, and I will see you back at the end of this video. Enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed this look at my magical school. And in the words of Mr. Grinch himself, maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas means a little bit more. My sisters and I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and healthy New Year. We love and appreciate each and every one of you, and we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Bye-bye.